What's going on, Master Duel fans? James Polk here. At the time recording that this video is getting posted, and despite the mixed dates and time that this happens, originally I did have a part 2 of the Ritual Festival clips, but it was literally nothing but loner decks after loner decks after loner decks. But it is what it is, so I decided to make up this whole entire session as part 2 of the Ritual Festival to showcase. And with this hand, I'd say weird. Trade in. Blue Eyes, of course. Melody. Discarding the Ritual Art. Blue Eyes and Chaos Max. Strength in Unity. Chaos Form. Banish Blue Eyes. For Chaos Max. And pass. Ceremony for Hare. Hare crash. No damage. Ceremony. Banish. Foolish Mewashidori. Mewashidori. Hare in defense. Re-equip. Hare for Arabesque. Arabesque on Hare. Arabesque for Huli. Hare banish instead of going back to the hand due to Mewashidori and Huli to defense. Now, you guys might be wondering why on earth would you put this in defense knowing that Chaos Max is going to do double the damage? That is a good question. What my opponent doesn't know is that Huli is in defense, and due to Chaos Max own effect where if it attacks a defense monster, it does double the damage. So let's see if the Chaos Max player is smart enough for that matter. And one hit KO to self. And this next matchup, this hand, we're onto something. Okay, Megalith. Phaleg, Tribute Benton for Ophiel, Hagith, and Manju. Searched Manju for full. Okay, this is real Megaliths now. Ophiel for Hagith. Hagith getting the portal. Portal activate. Hagith for full. Full. Grabbing Phaleg. And portal for Hagith. Full. Tribute Manju for Och. And it becomes level 8. Och. Draw, discard Hagith, and one set. Normal Hare. There's the Emergence. Revive Ophiel. Portal for Benton. Curse Sword on Hare. Hare for Fire Dance. Fire Dance. Special another Hare. I believe that was full effect. Full effect. Tribute the Ophiel and the Benton for Megalith, Bethor, or as I call it in a funny way, B-Thor. B-Thor. Destroy the 2 equips, Benton, getting Senju. Curse Sword. Getting broken. Tactics. figure I'd take 2 extra cards. Purification Dance on Hare, Arabesque on Hare, Arabesque for Hu Li, Ceremony for Hare, Broken Bamboo on Hare, exactly 8,000 for game. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, this hand is not what I had in mind. Like, don't get me wrong, seeing at least 1 copy of Hare is great, but the other 2 of Hare's literally would have been something else, but man. Okay, first time when it comes to spirits on Master Duel. Okay, so spirits, for some reason, they aren't actually related at all? That's beyond me. Like, I don't know why. So, in the same video, after this, session goes off, we're going to be looking into spirits, the way how spirits work. So spirits, obviously, they share the same condition as follows. They cannot be special summoned in any shape or form, most to some degree, and on top of that, during the turn in which they are normally normal summoned or flip face up, they go back to the hand. And then, of course, Konohana Sakuya is no exception to the special summon. So, normal Izanami, special Konohana Sakuya, Foolish Burial for Hino Kagesuchi. And let me see, are they even all? They're all not related in any shape or form? Wow, okay. This calls for some deck analysis or archetype analysis on spirits after this Ritual Fest sessions. Return to 2 of Izanami and Konohana Sakuya. Normal Hare, Arabesque on Hare. Hare, get Fire Dance. Arabesque for Hu Li. Hu Li, getting Rivalry. And set 3. Izanami, discard Nikitama for Hina Kagesuchi. Axe of Fools on Izanami. Nikitama, draw. Special Konohana Sakuya. Izanami, stay right there. And Konohana Sakuya returns to the hand. Axe of Fools, burn for 5. Fire Dance on Hare. Hare for Purification Dance. A 1, a 2. Special Konohana Sakuya. Izanami to defense. Konohana Sakuya return to the hand with the 1 extra set. And last but not least, in this Ritual Festival, this hand straight up unplayable and going against cartoons. Bookmark for Toon Dark Magician. Toon Kingdom, banish 3. Blackstone and Legend for Red Eyes Toon. Red Eyes Toon for Dark Magician Toon. And 1 set. Cosmic Cyclone on Toon Kingdom, Arabesque on Toon Dark Magician, Arabesque for Hare, Hare, getting Reflection Rondo, opponent takes 24, Reflection Rondo, take Red Eye's Toon, Mewashidori on Hare, and 1 set. And that is the game. Now, deck analysis on spirits, since Master Duel did not even make them related for some reason. And of course, according to Master Duel, they never even made them related in the first place. So again, focus of the deck happens to be can't be special summon, simple, most with some small exceptions, and then during the turn in which they end up either normal summoned for the most part, flip face up, or special summon to some degree, they all get kicked back to the hand, and then a little at the time they have usage effects. So we're not going to count those types of similarity effects. Starting off with the main deck spirits. Otohime. Upon normal summon or flip face up, target one face-up monster your opponent controls changes battle position. Inaba White Rabbit is your direct attack. Hebo, Lord of the River. Upon normal summon or flip face-up, target one face-up monster anywhere on the field. That monster or that targeted is being treated as a spirit monster, and it ends up getting kicked back to the hand. Shinobird Pigeon. Once per turn, target one other spirit on the field, kick it back to the hand. And then Shinobird Crane. Once per turn, if another spirit is normal or special while this monster is on the field, draw one card. So +1, super nice. And then Shinobird Crow. Once per turn during the damage step, when this card battles an opponent's monster, discard one spirit. Until the end of the battle phase, this card gains attack and defense equal based off from the discarded spirit. Rasetsu. Upon normal summon or flip face up, reveal one spirit that isn't Rasetsu to target one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So basically compulsory on a attack position monster. Nice. Gishki Natalia. Upon normal or flip face up, target one Gishki monster in your graveyard, return it to the top of the deck. Emilia here. You must control another face-up Gishki in order for her effect to work. Upon normal or flip face up, negate all trap card effects everywhere on the field. Izanami. Upon normal or flip, discard one card, add one spirit from grave to hand. Fushi Notori. In this one, rather than the no normal or flip face up, doesn't have the text on to some degree on summon. When this card does battle damage, increase your life points based on the damage they took. Susa Soldier. He has no effect upon summoning, but upon the battle damage off from Susa Soldier, the battle damage gets cut in half. Maharagi. In this one, for normal or flip, look at one card on the top of your deck during your next draw phase before you draw, and return that card either top or bottom of the deck. Great Long Nose. In this one, if this card does battle damage, your opponent skips their next battle phase. Yamato no Kami. In this one, that is a special summonable spirit, to be specific, by removing from play one spirit from your graveyard. So basically, banish your spirit from your graveyard to special summon this guy. In this one, if this card kills an opponent's monster by battle, you can does not target destroy one spell trap your opponent controls. Konohana Sakuya. If you happen to control a spirit, special summon herself, of course, no normal summon set. And then, once per turn, during the end phase, not that part, there's the other end phase part. Banish this card from graveyard, target one spirit you control, no one can activate that face-up monster's effect on the field for the rest of the turn. So, context. Any spirit that you decide to keep on the field will permanently stay there on the field. Nikitama, it is your double summon of spirits when it comes to the normal summon or flip face up. And then Aratama, this is your Stratos of spirits upon normal or flip face up. Yaksha, upon normal or flip face up, he is your compulsory of spell traps, only one to target. Gundary. In this one, rather than the no normal summon or flip face up effect, for that matter, if it were to battle a synchro monster specifically, return both monsters to their owner's hands at the start of the damage step without damage calc. In this one, for Sacred Spirit of the Ice Barrier, normally it goes back to your hand at the end phase, but if you happen to control another Ice Barrier monster, in that case, it is changed to target one monster your opponent controls, kick it back to the hand. Tsukuyomi, that is your Book of Moon upon normal summon or flip face up. Tsukuyomi is super good. She's meant for dealing with Vanity's Fiend to turn off the floodgates. And she's basically pretty good to Book of Moon, a Monarch from like back in the day, all that good stuff. So Tsukuyomi basically turn off everything that isn't Majesty's Fiend, so that way you want to keep on playing the game and put your opponent on pressure. Asura Priest, no normal summon flip face up effect, but Asura Priest is the one where this spirit can swing multiple monsters once each. Fangguang, upon normal summon or flip face up, Harpy's Feather Duster only set spell traps. Dark Dust Spirit, upon normal summon or flip face up, it is Dark Hole. In terms of other face up monsters, except itself. Yamada Dragon, no effect upon normal or flip face up, but if it ever does battle damage, draw your hand or draw cards until you have 5. Kinkabio, upon normal summon or flip face up, target and revive a level 1 monster. And then Amano Iwado, we all know what's up with Amano Iwado. Card's dumb, it's at 1, for a particular reason in Master Duel specifically. Normally, he doesn't have a effect upon normal or flip face up, but while he's on the field specifically, no monster effects cannot be activated. It doesn't care where, except spirits. Hino Kagesuchi. No effect upon normal summon or flip face up, but when it does battle damage, before their opponent draws for the draw phase, they must discard their entire hand. Amaterasu. In this one, specifically for Amaterasu, no normal summon or special summon. So to get around that thing, set summon Amaterasu. During anyone's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this face down monster, change it to face up defense, draw one, and upon being flipped face up, banish all other cards everywhere on the field does not target. So basically, Dark Hole, but go to the banish pile. Yatagarasu, we all know what's up with the infamous Yata lock. Upon battle damage, your opponent skips their next draw phase. So once you get their hand down to 0, same goes for the field, you literally create Yata lock and the game is over. Sakitama, one of the newer spirits. In this one, reveal Sakitama, put up an extra normal summon of a spirit, and upon being tributed, target a spirit monster in your graveyard, add it back. Sumuha Kutsunagi, the Lord of Swords. Tribute summon this big guy by tributing one normal summon set monster. Upon normal summon or flip face up, activate this. Your opponent can send any number of cards from their field to the graveyard, then each player draws the same number of cards as were sent to the graveyard by this effect. Aside from kicking it back to the hand, but during the end phase of the turn this effect was activated, shuffle all cards into the deck from the field, the graveyards, and that are banished. Seems super nice. And then Shino Baron, and then Shino Baron's Peacock. We all know what's up with the ritual summon effects. So Shino Baron compulses 3 monsters without targeting to special summon 1 level 4 or lower spirit from your hand, ignoring the conditions, while Shino Baroness does not target, spin back 3 spells and traps, and special summon 1 level 4 or lower spirit from your deck, specifically ignoring the conditions. And during the end phase, both of the rituals go back to hand and they generate the 2 Shinobar tokens. Wing Beast, level 4, 15 both ways. Spirit Pendulums. Hanshi Kyudo Spirit. So the pendulum spirits specifically, if a monsters were to be pendulum summoned, kit themselves back to the hand. So upon normal summon, return all cards you control to the hand in the same column as the cards in your scales, including themselves as well. Then add 1 monster with 24 attack, 1000 defense from deck to hand that isn't Hanshi. So basically Monarch. And then of course, same effect as literally every spirit, kick back to the hand, normal or flip face up. Yokozuna Sumo Spirit. Upon normal summon, send to the graveyard all monsters your opponent controls in the same column as the cards in your pendulum zones. Does not destroy, by the way. Does not destroy, does not target, insane. And then same thing. Kuro Obi. This one does spell traps, while Yokozuna does monsters. And then Kaiden Kendo Spirit. When this card is normal summoned, choose one card in your pendulum zone and send to the graveyard all cards your opponent controls in the same column as that. And of course, literally in every spirit, for that matter, in any shape or form, in terms of monsters, I already know for that fact that there's actually more of them out there. So, and this is one of them actually, in terms of the indirect support for the sub-archetypes. In this one for Izanagi, random fun fact, he is actually the only one who is not listed as a spirit, even though he supports the sub-archetype. Special summon from hand by banishing one spirit. Spirit monsters you control do not have to go back to the hand for that matter. And then spells and traps that involves spirits. If we come across any, or if we miss out on any, comment below for that matter. Xenobird's Salvation, which is one of them. If a face-up spirit you control returns to the hand while this card is face-up on the field outside of the damage step, target one card your opponent controls, kill it. And then, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, banish your spirit from the graveyard, negate the attack, end the battle phase. Each effect once. Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. Continuous spell. As long as it remains face up on the field, none of your spirits can actually go back to the hand. And then discard one card from your hand during each of your end phases. If you do not destroy this, and upon being removed, all face-up spirits go back to the hand. We all know what's up with Xenobird's Calling, the good old ritual summon by distributing stuff or banishing spirits from the graveyard. And then Spirit Burner. Let me see. This doesn't count. Actually, technically it does because it goes back to the hand. So Spirit Burner considers to be one of them. Once per turn, change the battle position of the equipped monster to defense. And then when the equipped monster is returned from the field to the hand and discards to the graveyard, burn for 6, and obviously add it back to the hand instead of your regular draw. Mirror of Yada, hook it up to a spirit monster only. It does not need to go back to the hand, and if it would be destroyed by battle, destroy this instead, so saving grace of battles. Orb of Yaksha, hook it up to a spirit. When it kills a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life equal to that destroyed monster's original attack. When the equipped monster you control gets kicked back to the hand, and this card ends up in the grave, add it back to the hand. And then Sword of Kusanagi, same thing on the crackback of compulsing it back, add it back. Sword of Kusanagi is the spirit's weapon of piercing damage. For some reason, spirit monster in the text of Feng Sheng Mirror, and it says, look at your opponent's hand, select and discard one spirit monster if they happen to have a spirit from the hand. And if not too much else, literally every spirit card covered. And of course, this makes up the segment for the Mikanko clips part 2, and of course archetype analysis on spirits. So this is James Polk. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated, and we'll catch you guys next time.